We all feel that we have tried everything possible, but our English is not improving, or we are not able to speak English fluently and confidently, or our communication skills are not improving. We always feel, I've watched all the videos, I do watch podcasts, I do take lessons on grammar, and I take lessons on how to speak. I have enrolled in different classes online to speak better English, and I've tried everything, whatever is there, but my English is not improving. So people want to know what is the reason why they're not improving in their communication skills, why they're not progressing in their English speaking skills or spoken English skills. You know what, guys? The one common problem is consistency. And there's more about it. It's not about you are not taking effort, you're not doing things. It's just that you're not being consistent and you're not putting it in the right direction. Okay, you're not channelizing your energy in the right direction, and you're not being consistent. You are lost. And this is the most important reason why your English is not improving, or why your spoken English is not improving. So today I'm going to talk about this particular thing, and I'll give you a 3-step method which will help you to understand why and how you can improve your English with this method. Welcome back. I'm your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. Today I'm going to talk about the reason why most of the people feel that their English is not improving in spite of doing a lot of things, putting in a lot of efforts, time, energy, everything, but it's of no use. It's not giving results. As I told you, first thing, you feel lost. You are lost. And why I'm saying this is you are not being consistent and you feel lost. This is the only reason why your English is not improving. I'll give you an example. For example, there's a lot of things on the internet, right? Lots of things. You can just go and learn anything and just watch any video and start doing that, right? Now, for example, if you don't know ABC of cooking, if you never went to the kitchen, you don't know what utensil is used for what masala is used for what, or for that matter, just switch on the gas. So if you don't know these things, if you watch hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos, also the famous chef's video also, when you go to the kitchen, what are you going to do? Or how are you going to perform? Right? You will be confused, you will be lost, or if you start also, you probably do it haphazardly. Okay, so you won't be able to do it in a sequence, or you will be confused to what to do first and what not to do. I know this is a very lame example, but it's the same with us, right? We are not familiar with the language, we don't know much about the language, but we want to study, we want to learn the language and want to speak fluently and confidently. And since nowadays everything is on YouTube and the world is so small, it's all on internet, so we can browse anything and we can search anything, right? So the information is unlimited, the knowledge is unlimited. It's upon you to search for the right knowledge, or search for the right thing, or right information rather, right? That is very important. So who can help you? I would say you are the only person who can help yourself. You know what is your level of English where you need help. Okay, if you are not able to come up with a sentence, which means you need some help with the grammar as well, right? If you're not able to, come up with a sentence, or you don't know where to use on, in, at, okay, so then you know where the problem is, right? Go and practice that grammar lesson. Just go and revise that lesson, prepositions. Okay, so you need to understand where you are lacking and accordingly go and get information about it. So the first thing first, which will help you to reach your goals or to be fluent is knowledge. Now, how you're using that knowledge, or if you're using that right knowledge, or whether you're using the right information or right knowledge is very important. Okay, you can know everything, right? You can learn advanced grammar, you can learn advanced vocabulary, you can learn advanced English, but what is the use if you don't know how to say it or how to come up with a sentence? That is of no use, guys. So start with the basics, start collecting knowledge or start collecting information from basics, or start with basics, right? And why I'm talking about collecting information and knowledge before starting to speak, that will help you to understand the subject well, understand English well. Now, for example, as I told you that, if you want to cook and you don't know what vegetables are there, if somebody is saying onion and you don't know which one is onion, right? How you will cook? You've never seen knife in your lifetime. How will you cook? You don't know if the knife is used for cutting the vegetables, right? It's the same. So you have to gain knowledge first. First, go into the kitchen, see what are the utensils, what are the things which are used, what are the vegetables, what are the fruits, what are the spices, and in and out. So that means you're collecting information, you're collecting knowledge about that particular thing. It's the same with English. Go and start collecting knowledge. Collect vocabularies. Of course, if you don't know vocabulary, as I said, you don't know onions, then how will you, if somebody says take one onion, how will you take that onion, right? You don't know, you don't recognize onion. So it's the same with English. You have to build your vocabulary first. You have to start using, sentences, phrases in your sentences. Okay, you can use phrases instead of sentences first. Like, how are you? I am good, thank you. What about you? Okay, so these are the phrases. So start collecting those phrases and start getting started with the phrases. Okay, collocations. Okay, then start building up sentences. And wherever you find it difficulty in building up sentences, you go and study that part of grammar. Okay, mostly tenses and parts of speech are mostly used. So you should just brush up your knowledge on parts of speech and tenses first, and then it will be easier for you to make sentences. Okay, so you have to analyze these things. What is your shortcoming, where you are lacking? You have to be your own judge, guys. Come on. You have to dedicate time. You have to dedicate, your energy in the right direction. Okay, 15 minutes also, if you're studying English, if you're taking out time for English, that's fine. But you have to figure out what is your weakness, where you are lacking, and accordingly you just start doing that. And don't get into the trap of getting all the information at once, right? Start watching hundreds of videos. Every single day you're watching, 10 videos on communication skills. That will not help, because you're just watching those videos, but you're not gaining anything out of it, right? Because it's not staying in your head. Of course, 10 videos if you watch a single day, it will not be in your head. So choose the type of information you are able to understand, process and use. Okay, so follow that. So first thing is collect knowledge. Okay, second comes is practice. Now, how will you practice? Everybody has different ways of practicing, right? There are lots of videos I have also made on how to practice speaking in English, right? But it's not necessary every single technique, every single thing you use it. You can choose one or two. Start with one. Add the other one maybe after 15 days. That's completely okay. But see what suits you, what you are comfortable doing with. Okay, you have to practice on your own first. Start reviewing yourself, start practicing yourself on your own. So practice is the key, guys. and you have to be consistent while practicing. If you're dedicating 15 minutes every day, you make sure every day 15 minutes you are dedicating to English. You don't skip that, please. Now, while practicing, you can do anything. You can listen to any video, right? You can listen to any podcast which is in English. You can listen to any, audio book in English. You can listen to any piece of information, any news, any information, anything which is in English. You can just listen to. You want to watch a video, you want to watch a movie, you are most welcome. You can do that, right? But you have to concentrate. That 15 minutes, you have to concentrate on what is said in the video or what you are watching or what you are consuming, basically. You have to stay focused, guys. If you will not be focused, you will not be consistent, nobody can help you. And what is meant by being focused? Which means you have to pay attention how the words are pronounced, how the sentence is framed, how the person is speaking. Okay, whether you are able to understand him or her or not. Take a break, pause the video. If you haven't understood, listen to it again and start with simple ones. Okay, start watching videos probably of native speakers. If you are an Indian, don't watch videos of an American tutor or a British influencer, YouTuber. Okay, you try to pick up some videos which are native to you, whose language you can understand first, and then increase the difficulty level. Once you start understanding people and you start understanding the accent, that won't be a problem. But start with basics, start with simple things. Okay, so there's various methods of practicing. Be consistent, stay focused in what you are doing and how you are doing. That is the main thing. If you don't do it right, nobody can help you. Now, coming to the last one is confidence. Now, if you have the knowledge about something, if you have practiced about it, definitely you will be confident in speaking. It's the same with job interviews or any interview you are giving, right? What I always say is, there are certain answers or certain questions which is bound to be asked during the interviews. So I always say, come up with a brief answer, come up with a script about those questions and answers. Practice it at home. Practice it with your friends or your colleagues or your relatives or whoever is there, Practice it and then go and give the interview. You will see the difference, guys. Trust me on this, you can see the difference. So that is what it is. You have the knowledge, you have practiced it enough. You will be confident. Nobody can stop you. So that is why you start with these things at home. That is why we say that, you practice it at home. You don't need a tutor, you don't need a teacher, you don't need a speaking partner. If you don't have access to all these things, you can do it yourself as well. And once you're comfortable doing all these things, then you have to gain that strength to come out of yourself and start speaking with people who are outside. Like taking an appointment, buying a ticket, movie ticket, buying popcorn and ordering at a restaurant, right? There are lots of things you can start doing step by step, right? So guys, always understand what is good for you and what suits you. This is very important. If you're able to find out what suits for you and what is favorable or what is helping you, nobody can stop you. You will definitely achieve your target and definitely you will be able to speak in English fluently and confidently. But you have to be consistent, you have to stay focused and you have to help yourself, right? And you have to put your energy in the right direction and you have to understand what suits you. Okay, don't get lost in this world or universe. Pick those things, do those things which suits you or which you are comfortable doing or which you are comfortable listening to or understanding. Okay, choose those and start working on it. You will definitely see the results, guys. So knowledge, practice and confidence are 3 steps which will lead you to achieve your goal, which is to be fluent in English. Do it right, nobody can stop you. You will definitely achieve your goal in life and you will definitely be fluent in English. I have seen people following my advices. I have seen people transform their lives. I have seen it, guys. That is why I have taken this step of starting a YouTube channel to help people who are struggling to speak in English. Please let me know in the comment section if this video has helped you. See you. Bye-bye.